Hey guys, it's Ellen here and it's Floral Friday. Today we are painting some loose, simple cosmos. I go everything step by step. We're only using two simple, easy craft brushes that are flat that you can find any store. They're not expensive, really cheap. And I show you how to use them a couple of ways. This is the main one we're going to be using, which is the 3/8" craft brush to make the little blooms, the cosmos, and then we're going to wash my color around with the 1" thick craft brush. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section and I'll try and answer them as best as I can. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to know when my tutorials up. They're not always up around the same time, so it's good to know when they come up, and subscribe will just hit the bell notification button and let you know. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also please check out my Patreon. I have ad-free videos, traceables, exclusive tutorials on Thursdays, and live streams on the top tier. And I'll be doing my live stream this Saturday, so check that out. You can check it out right up here. Boop. So without further ado, let's get painting. Alright guys, for this tutorial I'm going to go over my supplies. I have a piece of Arch 100% cotton cold pressed paper. I taped it down with just Scotch tape on a nice just piece of dark cardboard so I can move it around easy. It's probably like an 8x10 size. I have attached the reference photo that I found that I'm going to use for inspiration to make the pink cosmos, just for the colors. I'm not going to do exactly like this. I'm going to play around with just the colors and the movement of them. That's what I'm saying. You take photographs and you use it as inspiration, then you create your own kind of feel and look to it. I'm going to be using flat wash brushes today. I have this just generic Princeton Art, what is this, 3/8" wash and a craft 1" wash brush. I've got my paper towels, my paints. I'll be working with magenta. We'll use that for the Cosmo. For the green, I always use the yellow, quinachradone magenta. Cadmium yellow deep and peacock blue. I might add a little burnt umber in there. Got some ultramarine blue with some black wash mixed in with this to make it like a bluish gray, kind of purple gray, maybe a little magenta too. So we're going to start off just taking, this is watercolor practice. We're not going to draw anything. We're just going to paint with the brushes. This is getting you used to being loose and fancy free. And I'm going to make cosmos. So I've got the magenta. I just basically used the actual color itself and watered it down. So it's a little thicker and darker here. It's lighter here. I still might go grab some more water, see? And get it even lighter here. And we're going to play a little game here called wet on wet after we get this on the paper. So, see, I'm getting it. You can see in the paper towel it's pretty deep color. We're going to do a little lighter color. And we're just going to make these simple strokes. So I've got my pinky always kind of like this to kind of guide me. So you can hold it on its side and push down, on its front and push down. So watch. Push on its front and push down, kind of curve it. Go like that. Those movements like that. And you've created some nice, simple petals. Side, the cosmos, you can go around a little bit. You see there's a little pale ones here. That's when you're adding more water, right? You can tap it on the paper towel if you got too much water. Just gonna go like this. There's gonna be a method to my crazy madness. See, just making these marks like this. Now I'll get some deeper ones, right? You see some darker colored ones. Might go down in here. Just push down. Let me show you a little zoom in. See, I'm just pushing down this way. This is 3/8" brush. I'll use the side. I'll turn it on the side and kind of go like this. If I want to do petals like that. See how I connected kind of the, so it's connect. And I've got this cute little cosmo flower. I used to grow a lot of these pink ones in my yard, but not anymore. So I got a few dark ones in here. Down. I'm holding it on side, see? Connecting. Or you can hold it flat. Just like this and swipe. Make like a flat one. And you can add little points to the petals. They're kind of like squared kind of petals. That's how I like to make them. You know, depends on how you want it to look. So just give the general idea of how to do it. And I'm going to put a few small ones in here. It might not look exactly like this. And see how you got these greenish in the middle? That's the center of the ones. But I'm going to do some side ones where you wouldn't see that. It's kind of floating up here. I wouldn't put the green in now because they're wet. If you put them in now, it's going to bleed. So we're going to just keep putting in some of these pinks all around. And you kind of want to put, so here I got some big ones here. You do want to do a little bit of clusters here and there. You don't want to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know it looks kind of like soldiers, right? So you see I have some darker colors. We haven't done the stems yet. You can put some little, see this one's nice big faded ones, and then every now and then you get a little guy in here that's just darker, and that's got a little red tinge to it, so you can add a little yellow, make a little red. You can put a little guy in here, just kind of peeking through, trying to say hello. And again, to take the brush, I'm going to get a little bit lighter with the color, which means I'm going to add more water. So it may not look like a real petal, it's just kind of had that faded look. And up here, just going to put a few all over the place here. Now I'm going to start to do some greens. I got to go back and forth, right? Back and forth. So I've got that green mixed up. So basically it's the cadmium yellow deep and the peacock blue. It's a little dance between the two. Make the color you want. I want a little more yellow in here. Yeah, bright green. And touch more peacock. Okay. Depending what color you want. Again, I don't know if I want that color green. If you can see that, I'm sorry. Okay. Holding it on its side, you get that linear, skinnier line you can create. And this is when by the way, I'm standing up. It helps you get a little loose. And just go like this. See? Going off the page as you can. Move your arms like this. Right? And then there could be some like unopened ones with the little ball connected. Look at that. Just having fun. Connecting the stems to the flower. Put a little center in there. You see the little green in there. There's a bunch of little ones that aren't opened. You can do a bunch of clusters of those. And basically just taking the brush, holding it flat down, flat, 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 and then taking the side and going sideways. Just get used to holding the brush a couple of different ways. And if you twist it, which I show you, you can create leaves. See, I'm going to twist it. Twist and psh. Twist and psh. Leaf. Right? Up and twist. That's how I do it. So we're going to get a little crazy with some of these stems. Crisscross over the flowers. I don't think I want to go across the whole area. Let's try and concentrate. I'm going to grab a little brown here. I need to mix with more paint. It's good to mix up a lot of paint. And it's good to make the color darker, deeper. So I'm adding, you see, burnt umber here, more of the peacock blue. Maybe I'll go and add a little, even ultramarine. And now I've got a darker green. See? On its side. You see how I'm kind of just winging these little stems kind of going in here? This is how we do it, guys. This is how we make an expression and move it around. Stand up, put some music on. I can't put it on because I will get in trouble and they'll take that video down. But imagine if you're in a studio in your house and you've got some fun music coming on. Just like that. Just make the leaves kind of up and down like that. Throw a couple of those dark ones in there. I'm going to go put some more yellow in again. Brighter color. And add that kind of bending this way. It's crazy, kind of haphazardy bending. Woo! Put some of those ones that aren't open again up over in here. And a little green in the center. Again, little buds over here. See, we're having fun with this, right? We're kind of filling it in. We haven't even got to the super fun part yet. That's coming up. Put a little more of this peacock blue and a little aqua down in here. You want to get a little crazy? Add a little. I've added that black in there. Whoa, no. What is she doing? See? It's going to pop that even more. Just this whole movement. Get jiggy with it. Right? You can put a little color in here. Maybe you want a little more peacock blue. That's how we create these things. This is just a little craft brush that's 3 inches flat. That one little flat brush is creating all this fun, right? Now, notice I didn't go all the way across the page. We don't want to do that sometimes. Sometimes the composition is going to be unique. Kind of all, just keep it right here, right? You want to make it interesting. And sometimes you'd have to do that. So now I'm grabbing different blues. I've got the Prussian blue in here. Getting a little some deep color in this section. So your eyes kind of gravitating towards that dark color. Right? Now clean up my brush. Get this pretty light green again. And I'll put that in the center like you see in the picture here. And the green. And the stem and the ones that don't have stems. Look at that. That's a lot of fun. Right there, that's kind of pretty and cute the way it is, right? Add some more of this peacock blue. Now, you don't have to just keep it all pink. At this point, you could add some other kind of fun colors, but I'm going to keep it in these tones. Now we're going to play with the big guy. Okay? Now, I love how this purple haze, purple gray haze is happening in here. Let's put some of that up in here. These are fairly dry. So I've got this color mixed up kind of here. It's basically like a little black, a little magenta, and a little ultramarine. Right? And what's going to happen with this? I'm just going to put some of this color here. I'm going to be holding this thing like this too. I'm just going to tap this brush. I'm going to push this paint color around. This kind of gray tone. And see, it's kind of washing that around. You can clean off your brush and just get plain old water. Kind of go up here and then grab some of that color. Oh no, why did you bleed, Ellen? Why did you do that? Why not? Let's make it interesting. It is going to dry lighter, so don't freak out. But now I'm kind of pushed my paint around, see? That's how you get that abstract kind of color tone. I'm going to grab some ultramarine, go in here and throw in that. So now you get a little bit of blue purple. I'm going to wash that color down. Add a little bit of that gray again. That mystical gray. And look what we've done. Right? We're getting a little fun here. Jiggy with it. Put some of that all around. That's a little too black. Just want a teeny bit of that. And we got the blue. And we can add some of that magenta. Get like a purple gray. And now I'm going to put some more water on there, and I'm going to push that color around a little bit. Didn't think I was going to do that, did you? Just kind of makes it a little more mystical. Mystical. Push that color around. Just with water. I didn't add color, I'm just pushing it with water. And it's kind of like fading the pink and the green. Just taking in water right now. I'm just kind of pushing it around. Right? We can go back in, add a little pink. a little green. See? You might say, well, why would you do that? Why not? Let's have a little fun. Just kind of pushing that paint color on. Now, I might want to get this a little bit lighter up here. You could take your paper towel and kind of lift up some of that color if it seems a little too dark and too much. While it's still damp, you can kind of lift it so it gets a little whiter. See that? Then it's a little bit more mystical. And then you can create a pattern just by doing this too. See that? Look at that. And go in here. Now, I may have created a little weird pattern, but just go in and grab some water and just kind of push that around. Voila. Don't you like how it just bleeded all that section? And then you can take some, now with this craft brush, you can take some greens and kind of just push this paint around here. It has this nice, really mystical quality. See how it's getting mystical there? Voila. And I think that was pretty simple. Just a couple of craft brushes. You move it around. Now, once this dries, this paint around here, give some of this gray color down here. Bluish gray color. Once that dries, you could go back in. You could use a little tiny brush. And you know Cosmos have some of those little lines. If this is not wet, you can go in here and make the little stripes. Little lines. Those are little details. And I would only do it on a few. I wouldn't do it on every one of them. You know, get some of that fine lines. This is number 4, Princeton long round. Just go back in. These are little fine details. Just changes the painting a little more. Right? That's the fun part of it. This one lost some of its pink. I'll put a little more pink in here. And when that dries, I'll go back in and I'll add some of the fine lines. This one like got washed out. It's just kind of an outline of a flower, huh? That's kind of cool. And if you can go back in if you want to with any kind of brush, and you can add that flower right back in there. So I'm gonna, you know, and then the same thing with the greens. You can get a little more detail with the green that we didn't do. Do a little outline, circle, and a little more yellow in the center. Don't go too crazy to that. We wanted that little atmospheric look. We wanted to get mystical, mysterious. Just playing around with some greens. And it's really simple, quick, and easy, right? And you have this really beautiful painting. Watercolor practice. And we just practiced with 2 flat brushes. I don't think this took less than 20 minutes. And look how pretty that came out. Don't tell me anybody who's a beginner can't do this. You can. You practice holding that brush. And then you practice just painting over it, pushing the color around. That's a wet on wet technique after you've done wet on dry, right? I just love the quality. I just love it. And you see how I just put all the flowers all kind of here, left a little space over here, and then put some dark tones just right in here, and some pretty bright ones and light ones out here. So your eye is kind of moving in a bunch of different directions. It's obviously not moving here, but it's kind of going here. And then there's one dark flower in there. So it's on kind of gravitating all to that. So you're keeping your eye moving around. You want to keep your eye moving around the painting. You don't want it to go only this way, you're just staring and you're bored. You want to kind of look at all the little things. You can get really cute with your paintings. You can go and add little finite details inside. Put a little name in there. Get jiggy with it, as they say. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said, when this guy dries, like here in the middle, you can go and add the little green center. You know? La la la. It's a little special flower right there. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. I want you just to practice using some brushes. These are really cheap, inexpensive brushes. I don't even know where I can maybe get this in my kids' set or something. This one, and those craft brushes you can get anywhere. But you see, it's flat this way and it's skinny and small, but then you can hold it this way and you get skinny, like a liner brush almost. And then when you take it the big one, you just wash in some color around and you create this beautiful mystical cloud. So, have any questions, please leave in the comment section. You know, I'll try and answer them if I can. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Check out my Patreon. I add free videos, exclusive tutorials on Thursdays. And I have live streams once a month on the top tier. Actually, I'll be doing my live stream this Saturday. So check it out. Thanks again, guys. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.